We got a timeout on the field. Meanwhile, as we're going to keep it here, 8:48 left in the third quarter. St. Andrews on the move, down 24-14. Chris Kokell, you and I wearing JG3 pins that we thank our friends at Team IP for helping make possible, and going to honor a Pope John Paul legend and one of your favorite players that unfortunately had passed away, Joe Grosso. You had a chance to talk to his brother Nick, and I know it's, you know, they're going to honor Joe Grosso, retire his uniform next week, but we certainly did not want to be remiss without, you know, mentioning and talking about preserving the legacy of Joe Grosso.
Yeah, Joey is a legend because not only was he an all-state, first-team all-state linebacker, he was a 4.0 GPA graduate, went on, got an Ivy League degree with honors. And it's funny that we're back here at St. Andrews because this was the last game that I coached for Pope and he played for Pope, and we threw up the U in the corner of this end zone down over there. And, you know, that's one of the memories that I will never forget, as I'll never forget a kid like Joe who changed my life.
And Joe was at Penn and ended up getting a chance to walk on at the U before his life tragically ended. Deep ball down the left sideline, nearly a spectacular back shoulder catch by Golden down the left sideline. But just to put a bow on you know, the life of Joe will continue to move on. But I know he was, you know, one of your absolute favorites.
Yeah, he's just an incredible kid. He was the type of person that would make everyone around him feel comfortable. He wanted to see everyone do well, and he just lived his life to the fullest. I mean, you couldn't have said it better than our headline that said 22 years full of life, and that's what he was. And he made his team better. He willed us to victory. JP, he got me to 5 wins. That tells you what kind of player he is. I mean, the kid
was a heck of an accomplishment.
He was a warrior who could have rushed for 1,000 yards if I let him play offense that much.
Second down and 10. Back to throw. Right, looking for Vargas, who makes a spectacular over-the-shoulder catch inside the 5. Down at the 3-yard line, a strike from Scarfone to Vargas, his first catch since the 58-yard touchdown. And it goes for a big gain. And meanwhile, roughing the passer called on Pope John Paul. And meanwhile is that Vargas, who's shaken up down in the near corner.
2 plays earlier, he was stretching his calves out. So if I'm a betting man, I'm going to say he's cramping because he stopped 2 plays earlier, got it down, and was stretching out his calves.
Oh, boy, not good. Jake Vargas, number 10 on our ESPN 106.3 Papa John's Top 63 list, taking into account all the players in the Palm Beaches and Treasure Coast. A lacrosse star turned football star, committed to Wake Forest, had a lacrosse scholarship. He originally a commitment to Michigan, someone that could do a lot of different things, and still down on his back. They try to get him up in a seated position, and then he flopped right back down on his back.
No, they're tilting his toe back,
okay,
which is cramping. He tried to sit up, and they're saying, listen, Superman, you got to sit down a little bit. Just one more thing. I want to make sure that everyone knows that Pope John Paul, again, will be honoring Joey next Friday night in their game versus Calvary Christian. Go out to the game. They're going to retire the jersey. There's going to be other things given to the family. The number 3 jersey won't be worn. And I'm not sure, this is a bad job by me, but one of the captains at Pope wore number 3 last year and gave it up. It was his choice. He said, I don't want to wear it. This was Joey's number.
Yeah, that's special.
Get out there and show the family love. They know I love them, and hopefully they're listening. I love you guys. We all love Joey. And let's just keep celebrating his life, because if we didn't, he would be mad at us. You know, he wants us flashing a smile like he always did for us every single day.
Yeah, his brother Nick, who joined you for the Football Night South Florida pregame show, is his father Glenn, certainly his entire family.
Phil and Deneen, his mom and stepdad, his brother Johnny, everybody, Dawn, his stepmom, the whole family. They're just great people who raised a great kid who impacted so many lives in a short amount of time. And honestly, JMP, I can say this: he's the epitome of what high school football is all about. Yeah. You play hard, but you still do what you have to do in the classroom. It doesn't get any better than JG3.
Jake Vargas, meanwhile, is being helped to the sideline, trying to walk under his own power with a trainer and a coach to each side. So it indeed looks like cramping. And so the all-everything tight end will be off the field here for this goal line set. First and goal. St. Andrews down 24-14 inside the first 4 minutes of the third quarter. Scarbone under center. I-back set. They toss it left to Fletcher. Stutter step, tries to get outside. Spun down for a loss at the 8-yard line. He had no chance of turning that one wide before James Taylor strung him out. It's going to be a loss of 4.
If I see him distracted a minute ago, Joey's brother Nick texted me and said, 1,000 yards, more like 1,500, Coach. And he's probably right.
Yeah, I would certainly take his word there. JG3, and again, we're sporting the JG3 pins, which were brought to you by Team IP, doing a great job helping honor him.